the softness of step, the softness of touch, the softness of the voice. We were taught to care for each and every part of the Great Spirit's creation. We were taught humility, respect, and honor to ourselves as well as to everybody, every creature, every sentient being on this earth. But mainly, we had respect for that other person. We had such respect that our greeting, we say, "How kola." Now, the word was mistaken by the English-speaking people as H-O-W, how. Well, we know how. H-A-U was our ha, and it's pronounced ha, kola. Translated, that's you are first, my friend. That's the respect we had for other people, and that's what we learned from the time we was 2 years old to the time that I went to high school. Because whenever I went back from the school after 12 years old, I still studied the language and the customs and the ways that they used to live, the ways that it was when the ancestors had it. And then I went to school so that I could learn English and learn the ways of the white man. So I learned the ways of the white man, and I appreciated everything I learned. And I would take it back to my people on the reservation. I was 14 going on 15 when I went with the tribal elders to Washington, D.C. And I got a lesson in vocabulary there that is beyond belief. I thought I knew English pretty well, till those tongue-twisting politicians got a hold of the English language and twisted it up pretty good. But I did the translation from English to Indian. I would tell my elders. Then I would, from Indian back to Congress, I would translate what they said. Now, I didn't have any problem from my elders because I was used to it. I could translate what they were saying, but I had a lot of trouble with the politicians and their lawyers because they'd double talk you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, every single gift from the Great Spirit, you call him God, was in such abundance and it was free. But what we took, it had, and it must be shared. For instance, we didn't go out and take the first tree. We would search for the correct tree that would fit the purpose of a good canoe. Well, we didn't take that first tree, and when we found it, we praised God, or Wakantanka, and thanked Him, and we moved on to find another tree that was similar to the one that we just bypassed. It's the same with the food and the animals that sustained us. We took, when in our hunt, we wouldn't take the first elk. But then again, we'd thank the Creator for His blessings and for His abundance of food, and move on and get another elk. But this first one, we never took. Yeah, we lived in a virtual paradise before the white man came. We had, everything was in abundance. I mean everything. The water was pure and fresh, and the life in that water was pure and fresh. And on land, a profusion of creatures abounded. And the vegetation was there, and we could use it. We use our roots and our edible plants that grows without having to cultivate it. My father's house, my grandfather's house, I would say, the one that my father was raised in, contrary to the belief of this society, he lived in a log house. It was a gigantic log house. It was 70 feet long, 40 feet wide. And all his sons and their daughters, all his sons and their wives and family lived in this large dwelling. Their sleeping compartments was separated by the bulrush reeds weaved together onto the different compartments. But the one fire in the center of this large